Shalom. Before I get started, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushua, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushua, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushua, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Racha Chodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, and who are the true leaders of Israel today. I also would like to give double honors to the head and the elder of the Men of Israel camp, the Chazak, whom I teach under down here in Greenville, South Carolina. I also would like to give another shout out to you sincere ICAM, you brothers out there that's pushing this truth in all sincerity and righteousness in these last days. And I also would like to give another shout out to you Israelite foreigners that's looking like the other heathen nations causing confusion, coming back to your heritage in these last days. And lastly, a quick shout out to you few Outwathium, you sisters out there that stand in order and doing what y'all need to do in these latter days. Alright, to y'all, I'd like to say Shalom. Alright, now coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah with another exhortation video. And Lord willing, the video will be found edifying to you Akim out there. Alright, and I'm coming back with this lesson. I'm coming back with this video that I saw on TikTok with a Jake. Jake pretty much did a TikTok video basically saying why is food becoming more fake. And just to give you a short answer, look who's in rulership, man. If you're not blinded, look who's in rulership, man. Who faces on the dollar bill? What race of people faces on the dollar bill? That's your answer right there, man. The so-called white man. All right, this man is ruling. So guess what? Everything you eat, everything you see, 9 times out of 10 is fake, man. All right, and the food that we eating is GMO, genetically modified, man. This shit is fake, man. All right, and pretty much in the video he's gonna say, why we have the choice to get organic fruit and to get seedless fruit, pretty much get seed fruit and seedless fruit, man. To be real, all fruit should, it should have seeds in it, man. If your fruit don't have seeds in it, it's fake, man. It's GMO, and that's because the devil is ruling, man. So I'm gonna play the clip and let him, bring his little point out, and then I'm gonna get some scriptures, man.
Question: why do we get the option to choose between organic and non-organic produce now? Like, produce is supposed to be organic anyway. It's produce. It's nature. Why do I have the option to choose now between a seeded watermelon and a non-seeded one? Seeded grapes and non-seeded. Seeded oranges and non-seeded. Seeded apples and non-seeded. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's this strip mall I sometimes shop at, right? And I remember it was a watermelon sitting in the parking lot. Like, for a while, it was just sitting there, busted open and everything. Literally a week and some change later, it's still sitting there. And it still hasn't decomposed. And it's weird because the bugs barely even fucking with it. Why are the bugs barely even fucking with something that's supposed to be biodegradable? It's so many red flags, but we all just act like this shit normal. And people just don't ask the question, how the hell are they growing more of something that has no seeds? How are you reproducing something without it? How people don't question, why do we get the option to choose between?
See that, man? He pretty much saying, like, why do we get the option to choose between, organic fruit and non-organic fruit? Because you gotta understand, man, when this devil is in authority, we have no say so of what, what we can, pretty much what we put in the grocery stores, what we want in the grocery stores. We pretty much got to get what's in there, We don't have no choice, man. We do have a choice to pick out what we want, but we don't have a choice what goes in there, man. Because like I said, this devil is in rulership, man. And that's another reason we're waiting for Yahweh Shah, to come and redeem us and, to save us. Because like the scripture say, the Lord, pretty much roughly paraphrasing, if the Lord don't come back, there should no flesh be saved, man. Because why? We ain't fake shit, man. There's but so much our bodies can handle. And honestly, that's how the Lord is on our side, man. Because, if you want to be technical, with all the bullshit we eat, we're supposed to be dead right now, man. And that's another reason, we need to thank him, man. Because shit like that, man. The Lord ain't had to keep us alive. But he did though. You know, like I said, look at the bullshit we eating. Look at the the fucking air we breathing in, the water we drinking. All that shit is defiled. You know, everything Esau makes is defiled in some way. Whether if it's cleaning products, whether it's the clothing we wear, whether it's the shoes we wear, whether it's the toothpaste, the toothbrushes, anything we using, 9 times out of 10, it's not right for us. It's not right for our body, man. You know, this man is literally trying to kill off, you know, the prophet. He's trying to kill off the saints. You know, that's his ultimate goal, what he want to do, because he understands that if he knock us off, he'll receive the promises, man. But the Lord got it to where, you know, that's not going to happen. You know? But anyway, matter of fact, because I said it, you know, let's get it. Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. You see that? The earth is defiled, man. This earth is defiled by the hand of who? Esau, Edom. This earth is all the way defiled, man. When this man got GMO fruit growing, I ain't even gonna say growing, but when this when this man is making GMO fruit, hey man, that's defiled, man. You know, the air that he's polluting, that's defiled, man. You know, this whole world that we living in is defiled. And that's why we need to be rid from this man. We need to be saved from this man. You know, we under a wicked rulership, man. The most wicked rulership known to mankind. And you got niggas that want to stay here in this kingdom, man. I mean, what's so good about this kingdom, man? It's a deceitful kingdom. You know, it's a defiled kingdom. You know, it's a whack ass kingdom at the end of the day. Y'all niggas really want to stay here, you know, and you know, and be defiled. You know, we looking for another kingdom, man, which is to come. Let's get that. Let's get that, man. This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 13. Because while you niggas looking to stay here in Babylon the Great, hey, the elect, Lord willing, we be a part of that number, man. Hey, man, we looking for something greater than this, man, because this ain't it. You got niggas thinking this is it. You matter of fact, you even got niggas thinking this is the kingdom. It's a precept in Joel, you know, the 2nd chapter, and it said pretty much roughly paraphrasing the scripture say, they look at the land as it is Eden. You know, they look at this land as it is Eden, man, which Eden means paradise. This ain't no paradise. This ain't no rest. How is this rest when you gotta wake up and working 9 to 5, man? How is that true peace, man? It's not peace. That's hell. You know, we living in hell, man. Hell ain't no underground place. Hell is here on earth. What you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans living in, man. You know? But anyway, it says 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's what we want. We want righteousness. You giving out people fake food, that's not righteousness, man. That's wicked. That's fucking wicked, man. That's why when we go into these grocery stores, we gotta watch what we eat, man. Truly, man, we really gotta watch what we eat. You know, now don't get me wrong. There are some things, you know, we just can't help. But hey, like I said, man, like we say, you gotta get the best of the worst. You know, if you especially if you got the funds to get it, man. You know, if you got the funds to really get it, man. Don't, you know, like the elder, like the elder of the camp say, man. Don't be cheap with your health, man. It calls to have good health, man. You know, truly, man. It really does. Like, you know, for example, you know, olive oil. That's some pretty good oil. Peanut oil. That's some good ass oil. You know, but guess what? And sometimes, you know, you really don't get much, but you're gonna pay damn near top dollar for the shit, man. You know. But hey, at the end of the day, especially if you're a brother that got a health problem, you damn need to be trying to, you know, change your health, man. You know, because this food that Esau's bringing out is only gonna get worse, and ain't no telling if your body gonna be able to handle that, man. So brothers who got bad health, Y'all really need to be the ones watching what y'all gotta eat in these last days, man. You know, because this is the devil that's trying to kill us off, man. You know, and Lord willing, you know, the Lord be on our brother's side. You know, that's eating terribly. You know, and we gotta, you know, start more. You know, we really do. Speaking of myself, first and foremost, I need to start praying over my food a little bit more, man. You know, because sometimes, you know, I eat it, even though I know it's defiled, but I still need to pray over it, man. You know, I must, because this man is just doing any and everything with this food, man. You know, and they even coming out saying certain meats had the, you know, if I'm not mistaken, had the jab, you know, the sticky 99 in it. You know, I had to speak in code. If a brother, you know, if I'm correct, brother, you know, if I'm not correct, but, you know, like I said, if I'm not mistaken, you know, certain foods had, you know, that Vicky 99 in it, man. You know, like, come on, man, who does that, man? Who thinks to do things like that, man? That's because let's get this scripture, man. Bear with me 1 second. That's because this man right here, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who is it? Who is it that's doing this, man? This is, like I said earlier, it's a so-called white man that's doing this. He's the one that's in rulership. So anything that you see in these grocery stores, who's terminating it? Esau. Matter of fact, a great point too. Why is it called the FDA, Food Drug Administration? That's because they're drugging your food, man. Why should it be called that? Why should the FDA be called Food Drug Administration, man? Because the food that you're eating have drugs in it, you know? And for you niggas out here that's eating McDonald's, man, the burgers and shit like that, man, come on, man. Like, be real, man. You shouldn't be eating no fucking McDonald's burgers, man. That fucking human meat. That's one of the worst fast food chains you can eat. You know, they been did videos on that. That's 100% certified. 100% certified right there, man. That we know for sure. You know. Now you got, you know, Burger King. You know, Wendy's. Matter of fact, Wendy's had a fucking if I'm not mistaken, during the C99 season. You know. Wendy's had a fucking penny burger, man. Oh, never in fucking history you seen a goddamn burger called a penny, man. Why is that, man? They either had bad meat or they was giving out some human meat, man. You know? But the earth is giving it to the hand of the wicked, so he's gonna do things like that. Because this earth is he got the earth in his hands. You know, not literally, but, you know, he got rulership over us, man. Because I guarantee, if we was in the kingdom, man, and we was the rulers, man, it wouldn't be no goddamn fake ass meat in the kingdom, man. We'll be eating righteously, accordingly to the Lord. You know, it wouldn't be no pork sold in stores. It wouldn't be no crab, shrimp, lobster in no damn stores. It'll be chicken, lamb, you know, beef, you know, things of that nature. But it wouldn't be no goddamn defiled food, you know, sold, you know. But when the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, you have no goddamn choice, man. You know, for you know, be served in other stores. Because you gotta think, all the meat that we eating is defiled, technically, because when those butchers butcher the meat, sometimes they use the same knife, or it sit on the same table. So 9 times out of 10, all the meat we eating, you know, is really defiled, man. You know, the way it may have been had slaughtered. You see, like, you gotta think about all that, man. So now let's go to Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. You see that? And that's how you know the true righteous people now, you know, in rulership. Because it said when the wicked, you know, rule, the people mourn. And that's what you're seeing taking place right now. The wicked is mourning right now, man. Like you had the Jake in the video. He's pretty much mourning, man. Because why? Because he got the mindset of why we can choose to eat seedless You know, why we, you know, can go in the store and get seedless fruit and non-seedless fruit. That's him pretty much mourning. He's not physically crying, but you could tell he mourning like, damn, well, why is it like that? You know? You got people complaining about the food they eating, man. Because of this devil, man. We eating defiled food under his, you know, under his rulership, man. Under his kingdom, under his authority, man. You know? It says, but when the righteous get authority, what's gonna happen, man? The people gonna rejoice, and that's something you're not seeing in the earth. You're not seeing Jakes rejoicing in this earth, because if you were, you wouldn't have Jakes complaining about the food they eating, you know, the life they living, because we're gonna be in the kingdom. We ain't gonna need to complain, man. There will be no complaining in the kingdom, man. You know, but when you in the slot. But when you in this wicked rulership, hey, you gonna complain, man. You gonna ask the Lord when you gonna come back, man. You know, because you tired of seeing the shit that's going on in this kingdom. It's vexation of spirit, man. And the elect, we ready to get out of here, you know. Some brothers, you know, really going through hell. And really, you know, begging the Lord, you know, on another level. You know. Because they done been broken down, man. You know. And we need the Lord to speedily come and deliver us, man. Because if not, man, like I said earlier, no flesh is going to be saved, man. So let's get this last scripture. Ezekiel 4:13. And the Lord Yahweh said, even thus should the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles without dry them. So that means really, what it said, whether they dry them, really, you know, it's defiled food throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, but mainly here in Babylon, because that's where majority of the Israelites, you know, came, both southern and northern kingdom. You know, the Lord said that we was going to eat their defiled bread, meaning, you know, fake food, you know. But like I said, you know, that don't mean, you know, just you know, eat any and everything just because the scripture said we was going to eat it. No, we know better, so we're going to try to change, you know, our eating habits to the best of our ability. You know? So Lord willing, this video was edifying. I'm going to close it with giving our praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak Wadash. Shalom till next time. Shalom.